He sat, and in the assembly next up stood Nisroch, of principalities the prime. As one he stood escaped from cruel fight, sore toiled, his riven arms to havoc hewn, and cloudy in aspect thus answering spake: Deliverer from new lords, leader to free enjoyment of our right as gods, yet hard for gods, in too unequal work we find, against unequal arms to fight in pain, against unpained, impassive, from which evil ruin must needs ensue. For what avails valor or strength, though matchless, quelled with pain, with all subdues, and makes remiss the hands of mightiest? Sense of pleasure we may well spare out of life perhaps, and not repine, but live content, which is the calmest life. But pain is perfect misery, the worst of evils, and excessive overturns all patience. He who therefore can invent with what more forcible we may offend our yet unwounded enemies, or arm ourselves with like defence, to me deserves no less than for deliverance what we owe. Whereto with look composed Satan replied, Not uninvented that, which thou aright believest so main to our success, I bring. Which of us who beholds the bright surface of this ethereous mould, whereon we stand, this continent of spacious heaven, adorned with plant, fruit, flower ambrosial, gems and gold, whose eye so superficially surveys these things, as not to mine from whence they grow deep underground, materials dark and crude, of spirituous and fiery spume, till touched with heaven's ray and tempered, they shoot forth so beauteous, opening to the ambient light. These in their dark nativity the deep shall yield us, pregnant with infernal flame, which into hollow engines, long and round, thick rammed, at the other bore with touch of fire dilated and infuriate, shall send forth from far with thundering noise among our foes such implements of mischief as shall dash to pieces and o'erwhelm whatever stands adverse, that they shall fear we have disarmed the thunderer of his only dreaded bolt. Nor long shall be our labour, yet ere dawn effect shall end our wish. Meanwhile revive, abandon fear, to strength and counsel join, think nothing hard, much less to be despaired. He ended, and his words their drooping cheer enlightened, and their languished hope revived. The invention all admired, and each, how he to be the inventor missed. So easy it seemed once found, which yet unfound most would have thought impossible. Yet haply of thy race in future days, if malice should abound, some one intent on mischief, or inspired with devilish machination, might devise like instrument to plague the sons of men for sin, on war and mutual slaughter bent. Forthwith from council to the work they flew, none arguing stood, innumerable hands were ready, in a moment up they turned wide the celestial soil, and saw beneath the originals of nature in their crude conception, sulphurous and nitrous foam they found, they mingled, and with subtle art concocted and adjusted, they reduced to blackest grain, and into store conveyed, part hidden veins digged up, nor hath this earth entrails unlike, of mineral and stone, whereof to found their engines and their balls of missive ruin, part incentive reed provide, pernicious with one touch to fire. So all ere dayspring under conscious night, secret they finished, and in order set, with silent circumspection unespied. Now when fair morn orient in heaven appeared, up rose the victor angels, and to arms the matin trumpets sung. In arms they stood, of golden panoply, refulgent host, soon banded. Others from the dawning hills look round, and scouts each coast light armoured scour, each quarter to descry the distant foe, where lodged or whither fled, or if for fight, in motion or in holt. Him soon they met under spread ensigns moving nigh, in slow but firm battalion. Back with speediest sail, Zophiel of cherubim the swiftest wing, came flying, and in mid-air aloud thus cried.